You've heard probiotics are the key to gut health. But what if I told you their quieter cousin prebiotics might be the real gut superhero? The one that doesn't get the spotlight but does the heavy lifting. If you're still bloated, tired, or confused about what actually works for gut health, you're not alone. Today, I'm breaking down the juicy truth about probiotics versus prebiotics. Which one's better for your gut and even for weight loss, why your gut and frankly your sanity depends on them, and what most people get wildly wrong when buying them. Also, the most important words on the label to know and the best way to take probiotics so they actually work, instead of just dissolving into expensive disappointment. Stick around to the end. I'll reveal the #1 fermented food for resetting your gut after an antibiotics blast that can otherwise leave your microbiome looking war-torn. And I've got a no-fuss gut health challenge to level up your gut's ecosystem. Hi, I'm Leilani, a chef, a clinical nutritionist, and I'm here to make gut health easy in just a few minutes a day with the smartest swaps and simple habits backed by real science. What are probiotics? Probiotics are the live bacteria that provide a health benefit to your gut, and since everything's connected, to your overall health as well. But the thing that is rarely talked about is that they only really work while you're taking them. I like to think of them as taxis. They show up, drop off their passengers, and then they leave. They aren't here for a long time, just a good time. Sure, you can buy them in shiny white bottles at an eye-watering price, but I'll explain later when that's actually useful. Because ancient cultures have been fermenting probiotic powerhouse foods long before chemists got excited. Fermented foods are bursting with billions, yes, billions of beneficial bacteria. 1 spoon of properly fermented sauerkraut contains enough microbes to rival the crowd at a sold-out Taylor Swift concert. It's wild. Here's the magic of fermented foods. They're your gut's very own pit crew. They ramp up digestive enzymes, helping you break down carbs, fats, and protein, so way less bloating. They muscle out bad bacteria and reinforce your good gut lining, and cool inflammation after meals, turning food from foe to friend. I've even put together a 2-part video series on fermented foods your gut really wants you to eat so you can bring them into your daily meals. Here's the link, and I'll pop it below as well so you can watch it after this one. Also, let me know in the comments, what's your go-to favorite fermented food? Has anyone tried natto before? I'd love to know. So you'll find probiotics flaunting themselves in yogurt, sauerkraut, kombucha, and a ton I bet you didn't even know had probiotic powers. But not all fermented foods are created equal. If it's been heat treated, also known as pasteurized, those microbiome magic microbes are gonski. I'll explain what to look for on the label shortly so you don't waste your money. But here's the twist. The real secret to making probiotics work, it's not just the pill, it's the +1. According to the International Scientific Association of Probiotics and Prebiotics, most probiotics only last in your system for 1 to 3 days. And that's if they survive the acidic bath of your stomach. So if you want to give them their best shot at surviving, pair them with prebiotic fibers to cling to. So basically, always eat probiotics with food. That's one of the main reasons fermented foods work better than the little pills, because they have both probiotics and prebiotics built right into them. Let's talk about prebiotics, the wallflowers of gut health. No big PR campaign, no flashy influencer deals, just pure, unglamorous brilliance. Prebiotics are the unsung heroes. Fibers your body can't digest, but your good bacteria absolutely love them. So think of them as the food for your gut's army. They keep your good bugs strong, loyal, and ready to defend you. If you don't feed your gut bugs the essential fibers they need, they can die off and never come back, including the ones that help you break down foods like, say, dairy. That's why overly restricted diets can quietly wreak long-term health havoc on your body. Each species of bacteria has a job, and if you lose one, you lose their skill set. But the good news, you can rebuild your gut, even if it's in dire shape right now. But if that's you, you'll want to start with the proper gut reset first. Sometimes fermented foods can actually trigger headaches, bloating, and skin flare-ups, and that's your gut waving a red flag. Inside my step-by-step gut health course, I walk you through everything: testing, food lists, and science-backed nutrition and lifestyle strategies that actually work. Plus, I've included the ultimate guide to probiotic and prebiotic-rich foods and how to sneak them into your meals without turning your kitchen into a science lab. I'll leave the link in the description so you can check it out. Now, let's talk benefits. Prebiotics have been shown to help with weight loss because they feed the bacteria that regulate hunger hormones. They lower ghrelin, the one that makes you snacky, and help you feel full for longer. They reduce inflammation by fueling the production of short-chain fatty acids like butyrate. That's right. These little guys help calm the system and patch up your gut lining. They also stabilize blood sugar, reduce energy crashes, boost calcium absorption, so hello stronger bones. And most importantly, they make your probiotics actually work. Without prebiotics, these fancy supplements are just tourists with no food and no place to stay. Now, there are budget-friendly prebiotic fiber supplements that can fast-track your gut health, but be careful. The wrong ones can backfire and cause worsening of symptoms. I know because I've tested them on myself. And that's why I walk you through exactly how to use them the right way in my gut health course. Prebiotic fibers like FOS, GOS, retrograde starch are high in certain foods. Do you know what they are? Some of them are really humble. Onions, garlic, leek, asparagus, green banana, oats, and legumes. Now, my cooking classes are built around these superstar foods because they fuel the bacteria that fuel you. Now, I'll pop a link in my gut health cooking classes so that you can check them out. And I want to know, what's your favorite dish you want me to turn into a gut healthy version? One study found that just 5 grams of prebiotic fiber a day led to significantly more diverse gut bacteria. And gut diversity? Well, that is the Willy Wonka of golden tickets for the gut. Prebiotics versus probiotics, which one is better? So a quick recap. Prebiotics are the food that feeds your gut microbes, while probiotics are the live microorganisms that show up, do a bit of good in the gut, and then move along. So which one's better? The truth is you need them both. But prebiotics are the long game. Probiotics are the short-term specialists and a much smaller player in the gut health game. Most probiotic pills don't even survive the stomach acid welcome party. Real food beats pills for general gut health, but there are a few exceptions. If you're battling a specific condition and some gut genius has identified the right strain for that issue, probiotics can really work their magic in the short term. So, for example, strains like SB or Saccharomyces boulardii have been shown to help reduce traveler's diarrhea if you're out in Bali, let's say. Now, let's run through the most common gut health mistakes I see on repeat. Number 1, spending good money on fermented foods that have been pasteurized into oblivion. That sauerkraut on the shelf is probably just cabbage and vinegar because the heat kills good gut bugs. If you're buying fermented foods, check the label, look for raw, unpasteurized, and live active cultures. Bonus points if the strains are listed like Lactobacillus acidophilus, Bifidobacterium lactis, or Lactobacillus plantarum. And if it's sitting unrefrigerated, generally it probably won't work. Number 2, taking probiotics without prebiotics is like throwing a goldfish in a tank but never feeding him. They starve. Fermented foods often have both probiotics and prebiotics and even postbiotics, but we'll save that rabbit hole for another talk. So if you're taking probiotic pills, take them with foods to give them a fighting chance of survival. Number 3, not knowing your strains. L. casei is not the same as B. longum. They're different strains, they do different jobs. Some support mood, some support digestion, others target inflammation. Know what you're taking. You've got to know what you're buying and make sure it's from a reputable brand, not some influencer's kitchen bench startup. Now, let's talk about the secret weapon to rebuilding your gut after antibiotics. Do you know what it is? Kefir. Not just a trendy wellness drink after all. This stuff is legit. Kefir is loaded with a diverse crowd of probiotics and beneficial yeasts. It's like sending a professional cleanup crew to a gut that's just been bombed by antibiotics. And kefir actually has up to 10 times more probiotic strains than yogurt. So that sweet spot, how much do you take? Roughly around 300 mils a day, taken at least 2 hours away from meds. Keep it going for at least 8 weeks to really see the magic. And the best part, you don't even need to buy it. You can make your own at home with kefir grains. It's cheap, easy, and oddly satisfying. And here's your gut health challenge. Add 1 fermented food to your meals every day for the next 7 days. That could be a spoonful of sauerkraut on your salad, a splash of kefir in your smoothie, or a miso broth before dinner. Do you need ideas? Check out my fermented foods talk where I show you exactly how to sneak those foods into real life meals. And I'll put the card here for you. Your gut isn't just about digestion. It's your mood, your energy, your immune system, and your life. Every bite you take is either feeding chaos or creating calm. So don't wait for rock bottom